Hi guys, my name is Andre aka Mark Renton, and today I would like to talk about something I've done in the past, which is doing a rebuild of the Prodigy Voodoo People lead sound. I just find it so amazing how it sounds like, and I remember back then in, I think it was 2001 when I saw the first time the movie Hackers and listened to this kind of track, and it was so amazing, and I just discovered Prodigy for my own, whatever. Let's come straight to the point. The track came out in 1994. I think it did not reach high chart positions, but doesn't really matter, right? For proper tracks, it doesn't really matter. And on the internet, you can find the information that Lime Holdlet was using the JD-990 from Roland for the lead sound. And I got it over there. That's also good. But a few years back, I was releasing a movie on YouTube where I was replicating the sound using Massive and Logic built-in stock plugins. So let me show you this. Let me show you what I'd done back then. And by the way, a user called Jorgen Jock, he asked me how I was replicating the sound and what the settings were. And let me show this just straight to you. So this is a shout out to you, Jorgen. And let me show you how I've done this. And then I would like to discover what the JD-990 brings to us. Like, is there a preset called Voodoo People? I doubt so, but let's check this out. So, first thing is, let me open my old Logic template and listen to this. All right. How I've done this, have a look. So let me disable all the plugins, and back then I was using Massive for basically everything, and I really enjoy Massive still up until today. Long story short, let me just show you. I disable everything and check out Massive. All right, so what you hear is some kind of like acid like TB303 bassline sound, right? And there's a video out there from a guy who was doing the whole rebuild of the Voodoo People remix in Ableton Live. I think it was 10 years ago. So I've got all information from his video and I just recreated it, But what I discovered is I had to use heavy distortion to get close to this sound. I'm not saying, or disclaimer by the way, I'm not saying that I do like 100% the same sound what Lime did back then, like what is it, 30 years ago already? Is it 30 already? 1994, 20, 25, 27 years, whatever. So let's check this out. So this is, you heard the Massive sound, and I just add some overdrive. Already similar, right? Close, but back then I discovered adding some effects. Back then I was using Space Designer, but let's check out how my favorite Reverb plugin sounds like, which is the Native Instruments Replika. And boy, how did the new Logic changed? I just don't find anything. Everything looks so different. Just before the video, I was checking. I don't know how to add a MIDI track. I mean, honestly, I have to find this out. But whatever. Let me just switch the reverb. Let me switch the reverb. Oh, I just forgot. Let's do an A/B comparison. I think in this case, you see, I like both. I like the Space Designer. I like the Replika. The Replika I'm using like in 99% right now for the last years, but the Space Designer is such a nice plugin, and I mean, it's just a different algorithm. And by the way, in this case, you see that there's some filtering ongoing, or what is it called, diffusion or whatever. I'm not so into reverbs, but whatever. So it's a little bit damping the whole thing. Damp. I think damping it is. And this diffusion algorithm from Replika is doing something else. Yeah. So just, yeah. I think this is better for a proper mix, because there the lead sound is not so present. I mean, at least the main notes, the major notes are present. Not major, but the notes are present, yeah. And there's some background stuff ongoing, but it's not too much in the foreground. Hey, but let's switch over to the JD-990 and see what it offers there. But because I remember there was a patch that sounds so similar. Alright, so obviously it's not the Genesis pad. Let's start from the beginning. Deep C, Murphy, no. Slap bass, we can't forget this. Piano, no. DistSynChorus. That sounds interesting. Check this out. MIDI, external MIDI, create. Get rid of this shit. It's you know, the last years I was just using Ableton Live for all this music because I had some troubles with Logic, but just around 10 to 7 years back I was really heavily using Logic. So let's see where I find what I need. Okay, alright, so what MIDI channel is my JD? Oh no, not a violin, I need a proper logo. Keyboards. Where's Techno equipment? This one. Okay, whatever. Sounds pretty interesting, pretty close. And you know, Lion wasn't saying that he was using a stock preset, but was doing his own, whatever that meant. But let's just record this straight from a JD-990 and see what I can do with some filters and some plugins in the DAW. Yeah. How can I get rid of this reverb? Let's check this out. All right. I mean, just what you said was so funny because I said, let me turn off this reverb and delay and whatever effects. And then I thought, there's a delay, there's a reverb. Let's check out what we can get out of that. All right. And I started with the distortion and I changed the distortion and it sounds way more similar to what Lime was doing 27 years back, almost 28 years back. Yeah, but nevertheless, I was removing the delay and the reverb and let me do this with plugin. So let's record the straight dry signal. It just has a phaser on it and see how it sounds like, right? God, I am so not used to Logic anymore. Everything changed. Is it just me? Oh, so amazing. So amazing. Okay, so let's mute the JD-990, listen to the audio. Still, I think it's not enough distortion. So I have two things in mind. First, let's use the stock plugins I was using back then and let's see what else I got installed. Let's go for some Fabfilter. Still, I know it's not the original, but why, let's switch back to what I have done some years back. It's massive. Two damn stock plugins from Logic. It sounds so real. It sounds so. I mean, I even got the original hardware. I have no clue what these guys did back then, okay? But let me show you the final configuration. It's massive. And 2 Logic stock overdrive plugins. Just overdriving, yeah, okay, 2 times, and I think it sounds so good. I just remember when I was listening to this the first time, and then even years after that, I was, I had the biggest subwoofer in my suburb village and in the car. DIY subwoofer, of course, right? And listening to Voodoo People, it was one of the best times in my life. And Magic People, Voodoo People. It's really nice to recreate those iconic sounds, and I have a lot of fun with that. But on the other side, you also see, like, just because you've got the hardware, right? And maybe I don't have enough knowledge, but you can do so many things with software, or just the way how you believe it needs to sound. You get the same result, or you get similar results. So it doesn't really matter, like if these guys have done this, I don't know, when there was sunshine or when the moon was, I don't know, gone or whatever. It doesn't really matter. It's all just ear and use what you've got, and then you get similar results. And that's what I really like about software beside the hardware. And I hope you enjoyed my video, and please give me a like and a subscribe and a comment if you think differently or have some better ideas, and talk to you soon. Bye.